Hi, my name is Christian Thomas, and for my Isearch project, I did coding. The way I came to this conclusion is the fact that I knew I had to do something technology-based, because I'm kind of a geek, and I didn't really know much about coding, so it pretty much picked itself. I knew the very basics, like all programs use code. I wondered what it would take to make a game using coding. I had a really hard time researching this topic because it's really. When I first started looking, I learned it was not the program that mattered. It was the language of code you use. Some basic coding is less English-like than most, but the high-level languages are much more simple, with using English that usually makes sense. Some well-known languages is Java, Script, C++, and many others. These languages are used to do different tasks, from building a simple game like Flappy Bird to a complex game like Skyrim, or maybe you want to do some web design. To do any of this, you need lots of time and effort, but the code in a game is sometimes known as the engine in gaming. Plus, as the computer hardware gets more and more powerful, the more vivid and great looking a game a person can make. The most common language for games is C++. It's an intermediate level program used for most console and PC games. This takes time to learn, any language does. You can code on anything, from an iPhone to a PC. I think I might get a fancy program eventually like C++, but I do not feel like getting into it right now. But I think when I do get into it, I will probably use C++ because it is what most games are made with. But most games are really used with a variety of different code. One thing I haven't said that you might have just supposed is it takes a lot of creativity to make a video game, just like an art project or a song. The first game I make will be nowhere close to a masterpiece. It'll probably be pretty darn bad, like a lot of betas and other test games that are out there. Plus, I really don't have much experience coding. Now you know what happens behind the scenes of the game you're playing.